myself, I'll be back and say, I do have to go pick up something real quick. 2 minutes. Y'all, I am unbugging. Y'all give me 1 second. Am I bugging now? Like, I literally took all this stuff and put it in here. I know I did. Let me just dump everything out. Dump everything out. I know I ain't tripping. What the freak? Wow. Hold on. In my shoe. So I didn't walk all the way back for no reason. I did grab a pen because we got to have our pen to work it out. Okay, break it back down. Let's get back into that mindset. It almost threw things off a little bit, but we good. All right. So I'm gonna be setting up 3 cameras today. All right, 3 cameras because why not? And these cameras need to be charging as well. Tell you what we gonna do. I'm gonna come through and scoop you for the holiday. My bad. I'm sorry. Oh man, we're gonna get a little workout in. It's 9 o'clock. Wait, now where's my other phone? Right. Okay, there we go. Yeah. All right. So we actually we gonna have 3. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Man, I've been getting hit up about potential drone contracts, but you know, I wish I had the time, but no, I don't really have the time. But that's dope though. It is dope. All right, so we need to. A dog I used to work with. Well, not my dog. A young lady I used to work with. Shout out to her. He'd be up on TikTok. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go live on here. We're working no matter what. Yeah, rewards. I got it. Let's see. We actually do got 3 tripods, I believe. Yeah, we got 3 tripods that we'll be able to work off of. Hold on 1 second. See if we got some comments. I'm gonna chop it up with y'all in just a second. I just need to do this. I will say this, man. I think the most, if I'm being honest, the most aggravating platform still has to be TikTok, and here's why. It's like every so often they try to cancel your live, or they ask you like, "Yo, are you still paying attention?" Of course I am. Like, what do you mean? Like, what's going on? Where is my? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Didn't that orange thing fall? It should have. Oh, there we go. Okay. Again, guys, I don't get the opportunity to record like this every day. But we're gonna be in this gym for a while, and I'm not gonna lie. You know, your boy has had, although it's been a great week, it's definitely been some moments where, you know, things have got a bit challenging. And one thing I was seeing constantly, like on social media and everything, man, it's so crazy to me. It was some people that I went to school with, right? Men and women. I think, I'm not gonna say we, but men and women are both guilty of this. The moment you're having issues with someone in your life, whether it be a stranger, whether it be a family member, whether it be a close friend, a boss, a supervisor, or whatever. And it's somewhat of a question, why in the world do people think that the most intelligent thing to do is to run to social media about your issue that you're having in your life with anybody? Like, and what I was saying was, man, it's that dopamine hit. A lot of people run to social media because of different things. They want people's sympathy. They want their validation. They want them likes, them compliments, all of that. It's just a dopamine hit. What I don't understand is, in the process, y'all are making yourselves look dumb. I don't know what other way to put it. Like, you think that the smart thing to do when you're having an issue, an argument, a disagreement with someone in your life, the smart thing to do is run to social media. What sense does that make? Instead of being a grown adult and going to go have a conversation with that individual. Like, if you can't sit there and be a man and be a woman and go speak to that person directly, then in my eyes, you're a coward. You think that the smart thing to do is to run to social media and talk about your issues with somebody that you rocking with, somebody that you used to rock with. Why? Because you want people to be on your side? And then what trips me out is a lot of these people are entrepreneurs, meaning you have your own business. You got your own business. I don't care if you baking cakes, pies, cookies, photography, videography, personal training, or whatever. It don't matter. You got your own business, and you out here are doing hair. You got your own business, and you think that that's attractive to your customers? Absolutely not, man. That is not attractive, especially not to the customers that you want to keep around. Y'all, I apologize. Just, literally, like as soon as we about to jump into it. But hey, a job has to be done, so it's all good. We're gonna go ahead and go live on this one. I'm going live on IG, if it will allow me. There we go. Yeah, so we're live on Instagram, Facebook. Well, no, not Facebook. Use another profile. Well, we're gonna definitely get into it today, man. I have questions, although I feel like I already know the answers to them. But y'all already know y'all can chime in at any time. Right by the door, or right by the window. Oh man. But yeah, man, I want people to understand something, right? Just because, your boy don't get on here and I don't bash the people, or bash people in general, or talk about my struggles and my issues like that. Not because I have a perfect life. It's just that I understand, man. That's the ignorant way of going about doing thing. Remove this profile. Yes. Remove. Alright, there we go. Back at square one, where I want to be. Y'all gotta forgive me, this phone is a bit older, so. Wow. Okay, here we go. Let's do. It's so crazy, but I don't remember which email I used to log into this thing, but I'm thinking this is it. We'll see. Yeah. I gotta throw my watch on too. We're gonna definitely get into it today. What's going on? What up? I may have to change my password, which is cool because I need to know my login information for this channel any doggone way. No. I'm gonna say this because I should be able to switch between, right? I think all these accounts are pretty much logged in under the same one, hopefully. Allow, find where cameras. Everybody turn on some music, good grief. Right account, yes, that's the right account. Right? Yeah, both. Yes, continue. Alright, they just sent me a code. And just for the record, it normally don't take this long, y'all. And I see the comments, y'all just give me 1 second. I see the comments on YouTube. I'm gonna have to go through the comments and stuff on, wait a minute. Y'all running errands, yeah, you and me both. Alright, so it's asking for a code, here we go. I don't really pull out this many phones too often, but yeah, I don't mind making a new password. Look up. Definitely don't mind making a new password. Boom. You'll be logged out from other devices. I'm cool with that. There we go. Alright, so they gonna log me out on my other devices again, which is cool. But you have to review your account information, review your law. Wait, what? Bro, I don't need to add nothing. Like, what are we doing? Watch out. Page isn't available right now. This may be a technical error. Bro, not now. Like, what are we doing? Got it. All right. I don't know what the heck that was about, but we good, y'all. They were shit tripping. Let's go live. All right. So first thing first, we're gonna get a little warm up in, and then we'll go ahead and get started. I gotta put my watch on. Now, I hope they don't need you because
Yeah, the quality is not going to be the best when it comes to IG, but it's all love at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I gotta prioritize these other platforms
Because I don't really go live on Instagram like that. I don't really be on IG like that. I actually heard a lot of bad stuff about Instagram, especially when it comes to women. Meaning, they were saying something about, I was listening to my boy, what is it, Degrassi. He's like one of the most intelligent guys on earth. Black dude, really intelligent. But he had some people on his podcast and they were saying how, you know, IG is like one of the worst platforms for little girls and women because it's like a constant reminder of what most people view as, I was gonna say, they said hot, crazy, but yeah, hot. Like those women that are in the top percent, you know, they got a small waist, pretty face, and all the rest of this other stuff, and women are constantly comparing themselves every time that they scroll on Instagram. They're constantly comparing themselves to that. And so, you know, it doesn't really help with, you know, emotions, you know what I mean, and all the rest of this other stuff. So I was like, that's interesting. Even though, I don't give a, you good, appreciate it, man. But yeah, even though I don't really subject myself to any of that mess, when I'm on social media and I'm scrolling on social media, I don't care if it's Instagram, I don't really be on it that much, but YouTube, TikTok, or whatnot, my stuff is literally filled with, I'm just gonna say happy content, right? It's either gonna be extremely funny, because I cannot go on social media without getting a good laugh, man. Anything negative, I get rid of it immediately. I'm like, yo, this ain't it, don't show me this no more. You know, sometimes I either unfollow people, I will block certain pages or whatever, just depends on what it is, because I don't need any of that stuff in my spirit. And I think that honestly, everybody should probably do stuff like that, man. It's your algorithm at the end of the day. You control what pops up for the most part. And so, yeah, with that, we will block, delete, get rid of you in a second. Anywho, what's going on, Jeffrey? I see Jeffrey in the building. What's good? What's good? What up, man? We are in for a nice little treat today. It's 9:15. I was gonna get started earlier, like probably 8:30ish. I want to say it was around the time that we got here, but I knew it was gonna be a little bit of a late start because your boy I gotta lace up. You know what I'm saying? We gotta lace up, we gotta warm up before the workout, and we had to set up, lace up, warm up, and then get started. But yeah, man, as you guys have seen on some of them I actually made titles, some of them I didn't, but it's just pretty much some stuff that I've been seeing on social media, man, and it kind of it had me tripping, and also some stuff, you know, that's going on or whatever. It kind of made me want to jump on social media and talk with you guys while we get this workout in today. And I will say this, I will say this once, I'll say it again, I'll say it a million mother-loving times. One thing that I would never do is get on social media and bash anybody. I don't care if I know you, I don't care if I don't know you, it's just not in me to do those things. You know what I mean? As you grow up, hopefully you gain more wisdom. Hopefully, you know, you gain a little bit more intelligence, a little bit more insight, and you kind of look at the bigger picture instead of allowing your emotions to get the best of you in that moment, and you go and you do something crazy. Again, which, y'all know we speak a lot about image on these platforms. You know, I think one of my goals is to become a image consultant, you know, and one thing that's really, really important about your image is your digital footprint. And reason being is because, understand this, you can be in a small town, right? and do things outside of social media. And you can move somewhere else and become a completely different person. You can change, just change up, just switch up who you are, because let's just say, for instance, when I was in Rock Hill, a lot of people looked at me as like, a troublemaker, fighting, getting in trouble all the time, and we're not gonna go into detail, but yeah, there was a lot going on, right? And some circumstances and things happened to where your boy had to move, you know what I mean? And I'm thinking like, dang, bro, I'm not gonna be around family, I'm not gonna be around friends. But one thing about me is, I've always had this thing about me about pivoting. You don't know what a pivot is. In basketball, switching to one foot or whatever, your ability to be able to pivot is everything in life. Regardless of what life throws at you, I don't care what the heck it is. Your ability to be able to pivot is ultimately what I think is going to determine how your life ends up. Trials, tribulations, every time somebody throws something at you. Every time life throws something at you, how quickly can you dodge? How quickly can you bounce back? How quickly can you pivot? All right. What up? Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the likes, my friend. All right. Look like we got some love on here. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you guys for the hearts on TikTok. I appreciate it. Also, thanks for the love on YouTube as well, man. I appreciate y'all with all y'all comments. We got a lot of people that joined in. Appreciate that, man. I see the likes is still going up. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see, we got some comments over here. Dressing, stop. I appreciate that, but we gonna do what we want to do. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do what we want to do, but we're gonna spend our time focused on the important people, and we always ignore the unimportant people. All right. So what's going on, Melanie? It says, what are you working on today? So today, well, first of all, we're gonna warm up. All right, we're gonna warm up, get a little jump rope in, whatnot, what have you. And my watch is now at 60%. He's at like 36, so luckily, your boy got a little bit more charge. And so we can go ahead and kickstart this. I have to put in other workout for like strength and conditioning, training or whatever. But it's just gonna be some little light work, man. Just a little light work. Anyway. Yeah, man, I'm gonna be honest. So what troubled me, what had me kind of bugging out is, it was a young lady that I went to school with, right? And when I tell you, this was like one of the sweetest, coolest, like just down to earth, goofy people you'll ever meet in your life. Just, bro, all around. I've never seen her in an argument. I've never seen her talk down, talk bad about anybody. And again, I've been knowing her since, I think it's either middle school or high school. Beautiful, man, like just a beautiful soul. And also a beautiful person. Very, very attractive young lady. And, since I can remember, because she wasn't one of those people that was a part of Victim Olympics. She's also been working since like the 11th grade, had her own car. And for us, 11th grader, driving, got your license, you got a job. Like, yeah, that's what's up, man. Now, your boy was doing all types of sports, so I still had a job, don't get me wrong. But it just seemed like she was at work all the time. And I was like, don't you got like a permit or something? Can they work you like that? But, in certain cities, you can get away with it. Anywho, so I recently seen a post from her. She don't post at all. She don't really be on social media outside of posting pictures of herself. I want to say she just recently, like, I ain't gonna say recently, but I guess paying her any attention or whatever, but she got on social media, man. And I seen a long post, I'm just like, normally I just scroll past it, you know what I mean? Most of the time, man, it's not about fitness, not about working on anything positive, anything funny. I keep scrolling, but most of the time, the long paragraphs, they don't be good. Anyway, me knowing what type of person she is, I'm like, let me read it. And so I'm reading it, and when I'm confused, I'm just like, who is this? Like, this gotta be somebody on a different account. I mean, somebody else, this cannot be her. And so I read the thing all the way through, and I was laying in the bed at the time. So I sit up and I'm just like, what happened? What happened from high school on up until now, she's in her 30s now, to, make her want to post something like this? And so many questions pop up in my head, like, is that life? Is that people that do stuff like that can provoke a person? And I'm just like, no. To be honest, nobody. I don't care who you are. Again, I think that when I was a child, I spoke as a child, I acted like a child, I had a child's mindset. But when you are, honestly, in your 20s, even like a teenager now, man, like, you should know better. Especially in your 20s and your 30s. Especially. You do have those outliers or whatever, those teenagers that just got a better understanding, like, yo, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? You just got a strong mind and know and understand that I'm not gonna put my business out there. I'm not gonna put her business, his business out there. I'm just not gonna do it. Respect it. It's just not in my nature. And I know that stuff like this don't look good on my part or their part. Again, you got some of them people out there that understand that. But as a 20 or a 30-year-old, and we're not even gonna start to climb that ladder because I think that what's understood don't need to be explained. But I'm thinking to myself, what in the world, what has life thrown at you to cause you to act out a character like that? What person can provoke you to, put certain things out there like that? Like, what's going on? And so, I guess after sitting there for a little minute, whatnot, going to the bathroom, doing my thing or whatever before I get up, after pondering, just like, I get it, right? I understand. You don't want people to rely on you, right? Especially if you feel like they're on the internet and they're playing a victim, and you got receipts you want to show them. I get it, man, but I think, this is just my personal opinion, I don't think anybody has to accept or to think like your boy, but I think that most of the time, like, people gonna think what they want to think, right? I don't give a fat baby's tail, because I don't want to curse. I don't curse. What anybody may say, what anybody may think. Now, if you come to me directly and you ask me a question, oh yeah, I have no issue with answering that question, and I have no issue with whatever party being present while I answer that question, because I got receipts, and the truth is a mother love. Most people don't want to hear it. Most people run away from it. Most people tell half-truths. The truth is, before, during, or after this conversation, you can go back to believing whatever it is that you want to believe, right? But the only way that I'm gonna say anything like that, one, all parties gotta be present. All parties gotta be present. If you're a part of whatever it is that I'm talking about, whatever I'm speaking about, you have to be present. I would rather for you to be present so we can have a conversation. And at any time you feel like I'm not telling the truth, feel free to jump in. Because the thing about me is, I try to make sure that I keep some type of documentation or whatever to be able to speak on and show. This is the reason why this situation led to that situation, and the reason why I either chose to distance myself from you, or the reason why I just went another route. It has absolutely nothing to do with you as a person. It has everything to do with your actions. And so I say all that to say this, right? That young lady, along with some other guys, because there are a lot of dudes out there too, that will jump on social media and they sit there and put their business out on Facebook. Most of the time it's Facebook, even TikTok, when they sharing story time or whatever. They put that information out there, and I'm just like, yo, most of y'all not even getting paid. And 90% of y'all are not making enough money to be able to actually live off of it. So it's a dopamine hit. Y'all doing this just for clicks, views, likes, validation, sympathy. Like, you're fiends. For those of you that don't know what a fiend is, it's a drug addict. Right? They're literally searching for their next fix. Your fix is social media. Your fix is going to people and trying to get sympathy from people. This person was wrong. This person did me this way. This person did me that way. And instead of just going to that person directly and just having a conversation with that person. And with that, because there is a way. You know what I mean? Because you do have people out there that think that they can just go talk to a person any type of way, and that person is supposed to sit there and take it. No, it don't work like that. No, what you can do is you can ask a question, but don't try to push something off on somebody like, an example right now. But if you got a question, don't try to push stuff off on people. Can you explain to me why you did this? Allow them to get, and then allow them to speak. Can you explain to me why it's like this? And for a lot of people, let's just use this because I think this is probably like the most common reason why most people get on social media is, I cannot stand these two words, baby mama, baby daddy, drama, right? People get on social media and they're talking about and they're bashing each other. Y'all are at a point where, obviously, y'all are cool with each other, y'all like each other. Y'all sat down, had a child with each other. So why is it that y'all think that it's okay to talk at a person instead of talk to a person? Instead of ask a person questions, instead of trying to bulldoze your way over the conversation, and then at the end of that conversation, you think that somebody's supposed to accept it. It don't work like that. No, absolutely not, man. You cannot come and be with a rah-rah beating on your chest and think that people are going to just accept that. It don't work. I've seen it time and time again. It does not work. Eventually, that road is gonna run out. Eventually. Instead of just coming to that person, respecting that person, having a conversation with that person to get clarity. The reason behind this conversation, it has to be a reason, right? It has to be a solution-based conversation. Now mind you, if you have feelings and you need to get it out, let me just go ahead and specify that before we even begin this conversation. All right? Before we talk, let's sit down and let's talk. Because there was a time when y'all could have those conversations. So how can we get back to that? Not saying that y'all can get back in a relationship and probably do something that y'all might regret in the long run or whatever, but we can always, or y'all should be able to always have a conversation. Let's talk. Y'all got kids, or y'all have a child together. Let's sit down, let's have a conversation and take your feelings out. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about you, right? What did I say? Your life is heating up. appreciate it. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's not just about you, man. There are other people involved. And one thing I will always say, y'all, KD, I'm never gonna duck a conversation. I just don't do that. If you wanna have a conversation, I can have a conversation with you. I'm open to it. I love to speak. I absolutely love to listen. And I don't have an issue with calling time out and interrupting for a second. Hold on, wait a minute. Before we jump from one topic to the next, I would like some time to address that, right? So land the plane and let's have a conversation. Like, conversations are not just one way. A conversation is had between two or more people, all right? If you want to talk to yourself, go speak to a mirror. I can't even say cut a live on because most people have people that come in and they comment or whatever. You can still keep talking to yourself, but you don't have to answer people, even though it's rude. Why can't I get the rest of that water? What's going on? Oh. There we go. But yeah. All right, that's it for the warm up. Probably went over a little bit, but it's all good, man. More is better. More is better, especially for today. All right, so I think I actually took the warm up off of there, but we get it. All right, so we're gonna do dumbbell bench press right now. Let's get it. But yeah, man, I mean, I want to point out something. Do I think that I'm perfect? Absolutely not. I think that we all make mistakes. You know what I mean? A lot of people like to think they don't stink and they're always right. I'm not that person. You know, never have been, never will be. I would say that I'm probably right on a lot of occasions. Maybe not every time, but most of the time. And the reason behind it is because when I look at my life, right? I look at all decisions that I have made, the majority of the decisions that I have made, they have honestly been right, especially when it's just pertaining to myself. You can't control other people, okay? So if things went left when, you were a part of, maybe not leading, but you were a part of a team, there is some accountability that you must take with that. But you still gotta understand something. Listen, if I was in control of this ship, we would be good. Point blank period. You know what I mean? If you wanna get a winner, you gotta drop that chicken dinner. I'm joking, man. Y'all relax, calm down. Let me knock out some of these push-ups real quick. So we're actually on to day 99 today. Shout out to my little bro, Nice G, man. I told him we was gonna rock with you, big dog. I did 100 days with you doing push-ups, and I'm not really sure what the next task is going to be, but I don't know. I'm thinking about doing like maybe a mile or something like that every day. We'll see. Oh man. Let's get it. All right, people. Day 99. Let go. We'll just do 2 sets of 50. 2 sets of 50, nothing crazy, you know what I'm saying, nothing crazy. We're gonna go ahead and set up for this bench real quick. And it says we got dumbbell, we'll do the dumbbell joints first. Woo! You're a pure genius. Who are you, Red Fox? Oh. Life is not perfect for anybody. Everybody has their trials, their tribulations, their things that they go through. And I think just like everybody else, we understand there is no manual for life. You know, you just got to try to do what you can, man. Do your best. And trust and believe you're gonna have some trolls along the way. You're gonna have some people that they got a lot to say about what you do, how you do things. But because you gotta understand something first before we get into that. The loudest voice that you're gonna hear is always gonna be your own. Your voice should be the loudest voice. If not, we got an issue. Right? Because when you cut them cameras off, when you get off of social media, it's just you. You know what I mean? When you lay in that bed at night, floor, couch, whatever, it's you. And you have to be able to speak life into yourself. All right? Regardless of what's going on, high of highs, low of lows. I would definitely say that I've been there. I understand what it's like to lose everything. And having to completely start over. Clothes, shoes, place to stay, the whole nine, man. You know what I mean? But the thing is, if the loudest voice in your head is your own, you should be able to speak some life, some positivity into you. Listen, we're not going to always be here, okay? I don't care what that person said. I don't care what he said. I don't care what she said. We are going to make it out of this. It may not be in the next 5 or 10 minutes. It might not be next week. Maybe it probably won't even be next month. But I promise you one thing, I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna lay in my tears. I'm not gonna sit here and think that the best thing to do is go on social media and bash somebody. With a post in the comment section, you know, making my own videos, going live, doing a pre-record, I don't care what it is, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you this, right? Do it. Do it and see how you feel afterward. I will guarantee you for the majority of the people that do those things, they don't feel any better afterward. They still feel empty inside because that's not the way that you solve your issues. That's not the way that you solve your problems. You gotta be grown about this, man. Be an adult. You know what I mean? And some people have never heard this. You're gonna have to grow up. You're gonna have to grow the freak up, man up, woman up, and start making better decisions, right? And luckily, myself, you know, along with a few others, we learned at a young age. It didn't take us wait until we got to 18 to figure that out, right? It didn't take that long. I understood at a very young age, yo, so you tell me I can go out here and make money for myself and be able to provide the things that I want in life? Ding, no. So you telling me I can take this money and be able to buy my own socks? Ding, noted. Start transitioning at a very young age instead of buying snacks, cakes, candies, and pies and everything else. You telling me I can go out here and I can buy a t-shirt, some tennis shoes, some pants, some shorts, an outfit at 8, 9 years old, y'all better ask somebody, bro. At a very young, you tell me I can do that? I got the freedom to be able to do that? It's your money. You do what you want to do. Say less. Yes, sir. Do we got there's no trash can in here. Interesting. Okay. Be better, man. We're not supposed to be like the people that we look up to. We're supposed to be better than them. We're not supposed to be like the people that we were raised by or we weren't raised by. We're supposed to be better than them. That's not a slap in the face to them. That's a win for you. But the issue is a lot of people, man, they don't realize that they operate from a place of bitterness. They operate from a space of trying to get back at another person. You spend your entire life living like that. I'm telling you right now, you're literally chasing your tail. A tail that you will never be able to catch. It's not fulfilling, it's not rewarding. And you're speaking to a person that has experience in the matter, all right? There was a time when I was literally chasing my tail. But the thing is, again, the older you get, hopefully, the more wisdom you gain. And you start to understand we have to pivot. We gotta pivot. We gotta be better, baby. We gotta be better, baby. But again, you can't control people. You can only control yourself. You can only control how you react to things. In life, it's gonna be about how you react. When somebody throw a curveball at you, how do you read? Oh man, I got a hole. I'm starting to get a hole in my freaking glove. Which I already think these things are a little bit on the small side of it. I have, I would say, decent sized hands, and my hands are thick, so, you know, there's that. But yeah, it's all about how you react. How am I gonna react? How am I gonna respond? When somebody says something that's disrespectful, how are you gonna respond? Did they put their hands on you? Do you have to defend yourself physically? If it's words, it should be able to roll off you. It should be able to roll right off your doggone skin, man. Stop allowing people to get in your head, man. Why are you bothered by someone else's words? I don't understand that. You can say what you want to say about me. Listen, I done been called every name but the child of God when it comes to some people. Is that gonna stop me from living my life? Absolutely not. Nope, not at all. We're gonna keep moving. And like they said, we're gonna ride mother lover till the wheels fall off. Respect. You can hate all you want to. It ain't gonna change my day to day. If you wanna have a conversation, I'm here. Yes, sir. It's about time to start locking in. I tell you that because I feel it. I feel it. And believe it or not, y'all, most of the time when I'm listening to music or whatnot, or I'm listening to anything, 9 times out of 10 it's probably R&B. Big R&B fan. I definitely listen to motivational speaking or whatever before and after my workouts. Sometimes I listen to it during, and I listen to a rap. I listen to rap maybe 1% of the time while I'm working out, but most of the time it's R&B because your boy grew up on R&B. I love R&B, man. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Especially that good R&B. When people rapping, my bad. When people are singing about love. It helps when the artist can sing. Point that out too. I ain't go through all the comments. I literally answered one comment and just forgot about it. Oh, Jeffrey says, good morning, KD. How are you doing today? I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful. We are alive and well. We are getting the workout in. I'm one of the best countries that everybody can honestly ask for. You know what I'm saying? Got people around me that love me. And you know what I'm saying? I love them. So no complaints over here, brother. Just another beautiful and exciting day, and another day to get better, man. Another day to get better. And it kind of brings me to another point, right? There were times when, even though I had people that loved and respected and adored me or whatever, there were times where I felt like I was alone, right? Again, especially when you get in trouble and you get sent away. You know, but the thing that got me through, honestly, is I have a big imagination, right? And also, I would say a pretty decent memory. And even my childhood was probably a lot more rough than most. I mean, we're probably get into it when we have like a family podcast, and I'll make sure it's okay with the family before, you know, I start to share any details about our childhood, how we grew up or whatever, you know, be able to sit down with, you know, my mom, my dad or whatever and just see, you know, are they cool with me speaking about it. But I would say, listen, we had a rough childhood, that I can definitely say. And even during those rough times, the way that my brain worked, and it still works, is we're not gonna be here forever, bro. Like we are. I mean that by we're not gonna be in this position that we're in. At the lowest of the lows, it's like, yo, it don't get no worse than this, for real. Even though it did a few times, but it's important that you're able to reflect on the good times. And I don't care what anybody says, man. I would say, for me, that just helped. Let me just stop right there. That helped. Reflecting on all the good times instead of sitting there trying to live on the negative, or just sit there and live and think about the negative. we'll do that next. That's two. Ooh. Man, as we come to a close on this 100-day journey, man, and we are still working on that 75 hard challenge video, which is honestly going to be one of my favorites to put out. I don't really care about what it does, like numbers wise, but I know that, yo, this was a huge turning point in my life where it was more fire being added, or more fuel being added to my fire. Realizing that, a lot of people waste a lot of their time. Most people die or stop existing long before, they tap out. Because I believe that life is honestly about challenging yourself, pushing yourself to your limits, and accomplishing, a PR or a PB, you know what I mean? Instead of traveling, instead of expensive clothes, expensive shoes, jewelry, hair, cars, like things like that, man. Like, don't get me wrong, getting those things, those experiences they're cool, but there is no greater experience than looking at a mountain, you know what I mean? Be like, yo, I'm about to climb this. Like, and being able to hear those people die, you'll never make it. That's impossible. Listen, where you come from, bro, you're just lucky to be where you are right now. Just chill out. Trust and believe. You won't be able to do anything like that. You're less than. You're not, man. Oh, man. Adding fuel to that fire and being able to accomplish and showing those people you were wrong. You were wrong. Soak it up, dog. Let's go. Let's go. And more importantly, proving it to yourself. Because, listen, when you are really faced with certain things, I don't care what it is, whether it's lifting 185, well, start off with like 135 pounds, one plate, 185 pounds, a plate 25, 225, two plates, 315, three plates, man, listen. When you start to hit those things, boy, it does something to you, boy. You just get, it's a hype that seems like it lasts for a little minute. Like, it's like going up to it, looking at it, and be like, yo, I'm about to attempt something that I never would have thought that I would have attempted a day in my life. But we gonna do it. We're gonna give it our all, and we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see if that preparation has actually made a difference. And knowing that you've been preparing for this moment. And when you actually achieve that thing, oh my goodness. Traveling, nothing, I'm telling you, man, it's almost like apples and oranges. Traveling to a new state, traveling outside of the U.S., it's dope, don't get me wrong, it's nice. But it ain't got nothing compared to that, bro. I promise you, man. Because to be honest with you, I'm not gonna say, well, I am gonna say anybody can get a freaking passport and go travel to this place, that place, or whatever. Like, those tickets are being given out. It's not something that money can buy. Is you being able to reach a personal best, a personal goal of your own, as far as like, I don't care if you're running, you're lifting, you're losing weight, knowing that you're gonna put in all of that through blood, sweat, tears, and hundreds, thousands of hours, weekly or whatever. Sometimes people lose sleep. Bro, it is no greater feeling. I'm telling you, no greater feeling. So. My bad. I got to rambling. All right, so we got one more of those. Let me see, standing calf raises, dumbbell skull crushers. I don't like the name of that. It says chest push machine push-ups. go ahead and knock out these push-ups again. What else we got right here? Let's see. All right, hold on. Good, great. All right, my fault, y'all. I appreciate it, man. We done actually hit over 1,000 likes on TikTok, Facebook. I mean, YouTube. We gotta get on it. We gotta get on it, baby. You good? You good? Appreciate you, Jeffrey, man. Jeffrey say you rock. Keep doing your thing, bro. Of course, my friend. Of course. Absolutely. No doubt. No doubt. Great workout. Appreciate it. Appreciate your work, man. Lord. We got somebody that says hello, handsome. Listen. Thanks for the compliments, but I'm good, bro. Listen. Okay, I ain't even call you a bro, but listen, young ladies, I appreciate it, but I'm gooch. I'm gooch. I don't. Let me see. Is that wrong? Again, I'm open to having these type of conversations, man. When I'm on the internet, in person, or whatever, I appreciate the compliments, but I don't really necessarily need them. You know what I mean? Like compliment the workout, cool. Compliment me, because I don't know, I just feel like myself, I think that I am as confident as I can ever get, and so necessarily look for validation or anything like that. Like, yo, I appreciate it. I'm good though. I'm good. Most people be looking for those compliments. They looking for, tell me how I look. What do you think about my outfit or whatever? Listen, let me start saying about that. Hey, listen, I'm just one of those guys that I'm cool without getting compliments from, other people, other women, or whatever, as far as, how I look and things like that. Compliment that workout. Let me know, hey, KD, you're doing a good job, brother. Keep it up. Because sometimes the boy be struggling. It may not look like it on camera, but hey, them weights to get to you, boy, for real. Like, wait, shake like a church, but tighten up. Push. All right, let's finish up, man. Let's finish up. I do feel good, though. Shout out to Mom. Mom actually got me actually, did she give me the shirt, too? Yeah. Yeah, so this is actually a birthday gift from my mom, these shorts. And she was like, well, they go with your little workout shoes. Mom be looking out, man. Shout out to moms. But y'all know, I'm not really one of those materialistic type of guys. I will have shorts, shirts, all of those things that I done had for years, and wear the same thing over and over again. Put it in the washer, wash it. That's why my daughter's clothes be looking so worn out, boy. Hold on, man. Come on, man. Hold on, y'all. See, TikTok is doing that doggone thing again, man, where you got to. I wanna know. Can anybody tell me how do I get that off here? Drag the puzzle piece into the place. They keep telling me no. I apologize, man. They did it again. I had to go over there and fix it. Can anybody tell me how can I get them to stop doing that? Like during my live, they always tell me you got 5 minutes to drag this puzzle piece over, to the spot, or we're gonna end your live. Is there any way to cut that mess off? There's got to be a way to cut that off. It's got to be. It's got to be. All right, let's go. Another 50 in the bag, baby. 50, what they say? My brother said another 50 piece. Another 50 piece in the bag. Lego. Lego. I need to save some of that water though, because we're gonna need it for this next session. Now to kind of switch it up a little bit. You know, I don't really like to sit and let certain things fester a little bit, man. I feel like we done kind of got that out of the way about my view on, you know, going to social media about your problem and stuff like that. Y'all already pretty much, you know, understand how I feel about that. Now switch it up and get back into this workout. Most of these exercises and workouts that I'm doing, you can do these at home. You can do these anywhere. At work, at school, whatever. Basic, man, basic. And for the most part, anybody can do them. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, you don't, for most people, they said invite you to co-host. Appreciate that, man, but I am busy doing something else. People can just invite you to come and co-host. Like, what, go to that platform and do it? No offense to me, I'm good. I'm good, my friend. All right, that's two. 2 for the 2, baby. 2 for the 2. Last one, then we're gonna get into incline dumbbell press at a 45-degree angle. All right? Incline dumbbell press. We'll speed this up just a little bit. Let's get this money. So, y'all, we did have a troll on my YouTube channel earlier. They come, I would say, maybe 70, no, I ain't gonna say 70, I think that's maybe a little bit too much. Trolls come on my YouTube channel, I would say, maybe 40% of the time, right? 40% of the time we got somebody on there that's literally just coming just to hate, right? And you got to know how to handle situations like that, right? That's why, if y'all heard me earlier, I was saying, we'll focus on the people that matter versus the people that don't, right? And that was specifically me talking about that person that trolls, letting them know, hey, I see you comment, but you know what I'm saying? At this time, we're doing something. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. There are moments, there are times where I will sit there and I would engage. By engage, I don't mean that I'm allowing them to get up under my skin. Because the first thing you need to be able to do, you need to be able to identify what type of person you're dealing with. And if you know, you understand this person is a troll, then you gotta know how to deal with it. If you know and understand this person is somebody that supports you, then you gotta know how to deal with it. Again, deal with it is kind of crazy. But everything is about awareness, recognizing recognizing what type of person am I dealing with right now. Yeah, that feels good. That feels really good right there. But yeah, if you know you're dealing with a person that supports you, then you take their information as such. Meaning, if I know I got somebody that naturally is a supporter of my channel, they support what I do, then the information that I get from them in a comment, whether I may view it initially as being negative or positive, then I gotta understand, okay, this person is somebody that supports me. You know, they done been here before. And so I gotta know and I gotta understand with that, I'm gonna take what they say initially as, you know what, maybe I need to rethink how I need to answer this. Okay, you said that I wasn't doing this. Okay, I got you. If somebody is a troll, then I know and understand most of their comments is going to be a comment that's going to troll me. So I gotta know how to deal with it. And so I don't take trolls serious. I don't. You're not really supposed to, right? Now keep in mind, there's a complete difference between somebody that comes on your page that is just being negative versus somebody that's providing constructive criticism. And if you're dealing with somebody that is providing constructive criticism, then with that, you need to be able to take that constructive criticism and help that make you a better version of whatever you are. Whether you're a content creator, whether you're a personal trainer, whether you're trying to improve with your fitness, improve with your artwork, if you're an artist, a rapper, or whatever, if it's constructive criticism, then, you know, I think a lot of people will be able to honestly benefit from it, from constructive criticism. So not everybody that's giving you what you might view as a negative comment. Oh, okay, hold on. Breathe. Yeah, we're gonna keep it right there. That's good right there. That's good money. Yeah, so not everybody that comes on there with a quote unquote negative comment is they're just a troll. Some people are just trying to provide feedback that might help. All right? And so it's important that you're able to recognize the difference between the two. Right? You can go ahead. Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Take your time, man. But yeah, anytime you're dealing with somebody that's providing like constructive criticism, you just gotta know how to take it, man. I think at the end of the day, it's all love, right? Because I believe that most of the time, your biggest haters are honestly your biggest supporters. They really love you and love what you do. They just don't know how to express themselves, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to eat that thing up, man. All right, so we are at our last incline dumbbell press at 45-degree angle, and this is gonna be 10 reps, last set, 10 reps, last set. And so, going back to what I was talking about, putting on different hats. When you wearing that CEO hat, which is something that should constantly be on your sidearm, right? Knowing and understand that you are a representation of yourself, your business, the people that you love, you respect, etc., whatever. If you're connected to anybody, you got a job, you have a business, understand that. Listen, I represent me first and foremost. If you're a Christian, you represent God. You represent, I'm gonna say Christianity, and The reason why I paused with that, man, because I think that a lot of people say that they are Christians, but I understand that people make mistakes. I understand that, but a lot of things can be avoided. If you identify as a Christian, you go out here saying that you're a Christian, you go to church every Sunday, but every time you turn around, you're being negative on posts. You're posting about being negative. You're cursing in your statuses when people have a conversation with you. You're cursing. It's just a bad look. You know what I mean? Like, it's something that I honestly think can be avoided. If you have a slip up, that's one thing. If I'm having a conversation with you, you get overly excited or whatever, and you mess around the curve, cool. Again, we humans, we make mistakes or whatever. You're trying to be better. Nobody's perfect. Okay, cool. But at what point do we, start to turn the ship around? Like, what's going on? All right. All right. Man, listen. Let me see. All right. Just a quick little message real quick. Okay. All right. Woo! It feels good, man. Again, when I go back and I be talking about doing stuff, you know what I'm saying, that you didn't think that you can do, or just trying new stuff, man, it's a great mother-loving feeling, baby. Great feeling. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do these push-ups, and then it has standing or seated. Okay, nobody's on that machine right now. Okay, so we're gonna go out there in a second. We got cross, lateral. Okay. We gotta do that. Then we got tricep, overhead, all that's done out there. What we can do is these skull crushers with the dumbbells. We can do that. We also got calf raises too. So I'll try to knock out everything, even though I'm supposed to be following this thing to a T. But when we're here, instead of being at like a commercial gym or whatever, it's less equipment. Depending on what time you come, which normally is like around like 5-ish, 5 a.m. If it's 5 in the morning, then you got a better chance of being able to get it in. I'm not gonna say uninterrupted, because one thing I don't do is I don't mind people, being in here while I exercise, because I enjoy it. I love seeing men, women, older people exercising, working out, getting it in. If anything, to add more fuel to my fire. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. I absolutely love it. Ooh. Ooh, boy, them calf muscles on fire. I'm on fire, Cletus. Not a professor. If you know, you know, man. If you know, you know. Standing calf raises. So, let me be honest with y'all. This is actually supposed to be my second workout. This is actually my first. Okay, I'm being transparent with y'all right now. And I'm not making excuses. I was
In the process of coming to the gym yesterday, and some things transpired. Again, I'm not making excuses, but I ended up just taking the day. I was like, you know what, today we gonna just cool it.
We're just gonna cool out, we're gonna chill. We're not gonna do it. We'll use the day as another way to say. So, maybe when we go back, we'll be well rested. And it worked. I'm doing a Jason Voorhees bodybuilding plan. Brother, what? I'm just not seeing that comment. But that's crazy. I'm doing a Jason Voorhees. That's crazy, bro. I would encourage you not to do it. For real. Do a Creed workout. Somehow she used to be the go-to when we were in basketball football practice. Okay. All right, so we got last reps extending, dumbbells. Okay, let me see. Do I need to plug anything up? Okay, everything looks good for right now. Some people came in from IG. My bad. Somebody says epic. Appreciate it. Ross, what's good, my friend? There go Ross again, coming through. Says good morning, everyone, with the emojis. Let's go. Please like, share the live stream. Appreciate it, man. And subscribe if you aren't subscribed to the YouTube channel. My dog, right in the building. My man. Hey, I know it's not the name Ross, but one of my go-to movies is Stan Ross, Mr. 3000 by Bernie Mac when he played. I don't know if y'all familiar with that movie. I might be aging myself right now, but that's all good. Stan Ross, Stan my man, Mr. 3000. I'm a spoiler alert. He ended up being 2,999 or something like that after the fact, but that was a good movie. That was a phenomenal movie, man. I enjoyed that movie. Well, yeah, Stan was a good guy. Stan was a good guy. We might have to watch that today. I need a punching bag. Cause after a set like that, you want to punch something like, ah, something gotta feel my pain. Alright, let's see. Alright, so we got dumbbell skull crushers. We'll do those next. I don't like that. I don't like the name of that thing. That just sounds crazy. I'm gonna rename that on the workout sheet. I don't want that being up there. Justin Gates said, "You're the real deal. Appreciate it, my friend. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. Hey, y'all, stop hyping me up, man. I'm joking. Y'all can hype me up. I'm gonna tell y'all, man, the great thing is, like, before I started these other channels, when I was really like going live and stuff on my main channel, at the time I think it was like KD3 or whatever. Wait, I'm supposed to be doing something. Where's my phone? Yeah. I used to go live every day. Every day. I was going live like multiple times throughout the day because this was during 2020 when the world was locked down or whatever. So even though everybody was in the house for the majority of the time, I wasn't having nobody. I mean, nobody was jumping on the lives. And I still talked how I am speaking. Well, I still spoke like I'm speaking right now. Just sitting there talking to the camera. I didn't care who came in that mug. It was just me being me. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time it was me just cleaning up. It wasn't even anything crazy. Wait, what was that? Oh yeah. And then I got it's crazy, but it kind of sound like what's his face? Speed. Except my story, his story, of course, is two different things. Anyway, I got this one viewer. I think his name was like Aiden or something like that. I don't know exactly how old he was, but Aiden used to come on that stream every single day and stay on that stream for the majority of the time. Like, hey, KD, what are you doing? Just sitting here cleaning up, man, you know what I'm saying, blah, blah, blah. And we used to go back and forth talking about like anime, for everything, man. Just chopping up. Again, the world was shut down. So, you know, most people were just in the house just chilling. So, hold on, what was I about to do here? Yeah, so even with that, I'm about even with that, your boy. Yeah, even before he got on there and was commenting or whatever, and viewing the live, it never changed for me. Like I didn't care whether we were working, making a dime, a nickel, or a penny. I just knew I was gonna be cleaning up that day, and you know, I just like being on camera. It's just something about being on camera, doing something, feeling accomplished, looking at it or whatever. Yeah, fire. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into this next exercise. I don't know how much weight are we gonna do with this. Which way am I laying? All right. How many sets we got in this? Okay, we got 3 sets of 12. 3 sets of 12. Hope I don't get. Hopefully this weight ain't too heavy. Probably is, but they took my other dumbbells, so we just gotta thug it out. Is it googly? That's definitely gonna be a heck of a challenge, boy. Good grief, that's one set. Ah. Yeesh. Hee-haw. What was it like? Okay, it's 10. Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do is, but we have not eaten today. That's why y'all gonna see me snack on sunflower seeds or whatnot. We're gonna do this, and then I gotta say what little bit of energy we do have for the cardio session. So we'll break this thing up into 2 parts, even though I'm gonna say where I'm at right now, I really don't have everything that I freaking need. Like I'm trying to figure out for like a chest press machine. I don't know, the second session might be in the actual gym, but let me see. Everyone, please don't forget to turn on your post notifications after subscribing to the YouTube channel. That's what I'm talking about, Ross. Appreciate that, my friend. W live stream, W new subscribers, like the live chat. Okay. You rock, keep doing your thing. Appreciate you, Jeffrey. I appreciate you, my friend. Happy birthday. All right. I appreciate that. Have a good day. See you later. Appreciate it, man. Love from Bangladesh. What's going on, man? We got people from all over the world. Shout out to y'all from Bangladesh, man. Appreciate the love. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you for coming through and showing some love, my friend. Thank you. Hold on. Who's this? To email. Okay. Alright, so I gotta go help mom's out. She's trying to do an email. Hey. I don't care what I want to say. I love like educating people. I love to help people out. You know what I'm saying? Because all right. Let me go on over to here because again, we're gonna go ahead and connect to the Wi-Fi. Why is doing that? You know, crush the second set. Now I'm gonna go out there and try to do the cable. This thing is getting busy today. And the crazy thing is, bro, it ain't even on a weekend. This is a Wednesday. This is hump day. But again, I can appreciate, I love the fact that, you know, everybody is starting to utilize the facility. Oh no, they love. Man, I need to open this door. I do not want to be the reason why people are not getting in here, bro. All right, we're gonna go ahead and end the session, end this part of the session in here so we can migrate. All right, last set, and then we're gonna migrate. I just gotta set these cameras up again. Not really a pain in the neck because, you know. Ooh. Worship the Creator, not the creation. Say your Creator is without. Let me see. We got a long
paragraph over here. Not any partners. He is okay. Does not give birth or therefore. Well, that's a part of the Quran. Okay. Created. Come back to God. Almighty, all forgiving.
All right, Jeffrey. I'll see you later, my friend. I appreciate you for coming back through. I appreciate that, man.
Y'all said we got drinks, we got some policies, we got a little bar. But the thing about that bar is,
I don't want to eat that bar because it got a lot of calories. It got peanut butter in it, but that's like what is it called? Not worst case scenario, but if all else fails, you can have that. But I try to make sure I stay away from that unless I actually need it. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of feel yourself not feeling right. Okay, then it's time to get something to eat. Oh, we got, okay, little double digits on YouTube. I appreciate it. Little double digits. Okay, then. That's what's up. That's what it is. All right, IG, come on now. It's time for y'all to get up on it. I ain't gonna lie, that is hurt, bro. That is hurt for real. Man. All right, so we got. We're gonna go ahead and just jump right into cardio. We got cardio open, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into cardio. We're gonna have a little something to eat, and then we'll come back and then we'll do. Because I think that actually makes more sense rather than trying to do everything and be worried about like time and stuff like that. Go. Your dad, you thought I was YouTube, you already know y'all can go first. Right? No offense to the motherfuckers, but y'all know I rock with y'all. So y'all are definitely gonna be first. Forever in our heart. showing out, cause he don't play about me.
No.
Got to showing now. She don't play about me. My worry into worship of my problems. That's dope, bro. Alright, let's see and make sure we in frame before we get started. Gotta make sure YouTube is working. You can see what else, true story.
Gotta be shook with now. You don't play it.
Me. Good.
That's what we like. Yeah, I'm on the sweat. Hey, Freeland. Okay. Well. What? No, come on, man. No. Oh. You give me a countdown? Bull. This is bull. Come on, fam. I forgot where the trailer is. They don't let you run about 65 minutes. Bruh, they keep trying to adjust my speed. No! What's going on? Hopefully we keep having the water for us to get there. Well, come on, man.
on, no, don't stop. Come on, come on, come on. We gotta finish the half a mile. It's on the right side. Gotta finish the half a mile. We got to go to the car with it. All right. Set the second up, please. The largest. finish up that last mile, man. Don't cheat yourself. So we're gonna do 10 miles. I think it's 10 miles. It is like puddle of sweat right here. It's crazy, bro. So this will be a perfect example of when you got a lot going on in your life, a lot on your mind, you know, some stuff that you want to get out. I think that before you go and have a certain conversation with certain people, or you're about to, I don't know, go do a big deal, have a big meeting or whatever, I believe this is the best place to clear your mind. Clear your mind and think. Sometimes it's good to have music playing in your ears, and sometimes it's good to just cut it off. Cut the music off, cut the TV off, cut everything off, cut your brain off, and just be able to live with your thoughts and get it all out there. Explore all avenues, possibility on what a conversation could go or whatever, and always keep in mind, don't be emotional. Stand on your square, respect those, expect respect in return, and as long as respect is on the table, you have a conversation. A business deal or whatever, you know, hopefully you're gonna sit down, you're gonna drew up a contract or whatever, make it make sense, read it 4, 5, 6, 10 times over. Take it to somebody else that's smarter than you, that maybe know a little bit more about business, and they'll read it over. You know, take whatever constructive criticism that they give you, fix those corrections, walk in with your head held high, and let's go get it. So, you know, that's the business side of things. But I think that just regular conversations that we have each and every day for the people that we love, you know, those conversations take place more often than big brand deals or contracts and stuff like that. So, you know, to me, I honestly take almost the exact same approach, which is, you know, let's set up a time, set up a place, let's have a conversation, so that way they give us both enough time to, you know, hopefully not go into that thing, emotions blazed or whatever, but, you know, depending on age, depending on the sex, or the gender or whatever that you're dealing with, you just gotta understand, you know, emotions are going to be involved. The thing is, we're not gonna get into a yelling battle, a shouting battle, you right and I'm wrong type of battle. At the end of the day, you know, and this honestly applies to men and women. You know what I mean? When you get to a certain space in your life, and it don't matter what age you're at. You know what I mean? A lot of people like to say kids, teenagers, adults, the older generation. You know, there's people or there's kids out there that have more common sense and more emotional intelligence at a young age, at 12, 13, 14, than somebody that's 60-something years old. You know what I mean? 70-something years old. They still, you have 70, 80-year-olds still operate in a childlike mindset. But they gotta get the last word. They're gonna yell, they're gonna scream, they're gonna kick, they're gonna fight, they're gonna get aggressive. And where has that gotten them in life? The overwhelming majority of them, unless they in like UFC or boxing or whatever, and even with that, it's still a certain way you gotta conduct yourself. You know what I mean? So, you know, regardless of where you at in your life, it's important that you take a similar approach to things. Not gonna be emotional, over emotional. You know, if you have emotions, well, of course, it's okay to validate that. Like, I understand, you know, I mean, you have things that you're going through or whatever, I respect it. You know? And as long as respect is on the table, a conversation can always be had, y'all know. Sit there, I'm always gonna say that. That's not gonna change. That's pretty much the baseline for how I do everything. Conversations, brand deals, business deals, you know, conversation with family, friends, employees, employers, CEOs, owners, I don't care who you are. it remains the same. Respect is at the bottom baseline of this thing. That platform is based on respect. I'm gonna step on this platform and know and understand I will always respect you, and I'm not gonna disrespect you. When we get on this platform, I need for you to understand it as well. Respect is something that you're gonna have if we're gonna continue the conversation. The moment disrespect enters the chat, we're not gonna do this. We're gonna step back and know and understand. I'm gonna sit in the sidelines or whatever, do whatever it is I need to be doing. And whenever you're ready to have that conversation again, we can have that conversation. But until then, until you understand the bottom baseline of respect, you know, we're just gonna be chasing our tail. We're gonna be that hamster on the wheel over and over and over. Just running. We're not doing it. I don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not gonna waste your time. I'm not gonna allow anybody to waste mine. I remind me to send an email. Anyway, yeah, man, put it all on the table, all that sweat, you know, everything. I feel like sweat, tears, all on the same. You know, either you're crying out your eyes or you're crying out your pores. You know what I mean? So either way is good for your body, it's good for your soul, man. So let it all out. You're going through anything or whatever, get your mother in that treadmill, go for a walk, or for a run, or for a jog, go lift some weights. Listen to some decent music, you know what I mean? Some motivational music. Don't go listen to that depressing crap. I think that's a contradiction. Like you going to I don't know, detox your body or whatever. You put more toxins into it by listening to that depressing, hateful, suicide, like that type of no. It's not good, bro. They're working on that. Listen to positive. Again, motivational speakers. Again, I'm big on love. I'm not talking about making love, but speaking is talking about love. It's not just between man and woman. It's just a person, between a person and the world. You just want to spread love, want to spread positivity, and stuff like that. I thrive off of just listening and consuming that type of content. Anyway, this was good. I enjoyed my time today. There are moments where I have to stop myself and realize, bro, you got other things that you have to do today. You can't spend all day in the weight room, unfortunately. This is roughly about an 80-minute. We burned almost 800 calories in here. Total calories, 891. Oh man, not 891, 981. And active calories was about 839. I want it to be a little bit closer. Like I prefer to be like 3 or 4 calories away from. Appreciate it, thank you. I appreciate all the compliments, man. Appreciate it. What up? Somebody dropped the teddy bear in the chat. Appreciate it. All right, let's see. Need you on my new podcast, King, talking. Yo, who is that? Peace and love, brother. Appreciate you for coming through. I'm gonna have to, hold on, because I don't want to get anybody information out here. I'm gonna check you out, my boy. Dang, man, my bad. My dog. All right, I got you. Let me go ahead and take this picture real quick. I'm gonna go check you out, man. My bad. Somebody actually hit me up about doing a podcast. I tell you what, because I don't disagree to anything, you know what I mean? I think this is also important when you're doing business with people. You gotta make sure that whoever you're doing business with, y'all brand aligned. I'm not saying that, this person don't necessarily align with my brand or whatever, but you gotta be careful what I say of who you get to bed with, you know what I'm saying? And also they need to know what they're getting into as well, you know what I mean? So what I tell people before we do any type of content, collab or whatever, go look at my stuff, please, man. I do not want to get on your profile, your page, your channel, your podcast. You're just like, who is this? Yeah, I think my thoughts and my beliefs are completely different from, I would say, most people. And the reason being is because I think I have more of a balance behind my content than most, what they would love to classify most men in it with the manosphere, the red pill, or whatever, which I would say time and time again, I'm not. I wouldn't say that I'm a part of the community. I'm in my own lane. The way that I view things is completely different from most of those guys. You know what I mean? So, ugh. But, yeah, as soon as it hit 1,000 total calories, then we'll go ahead and end the workout. All right, we're gonna go ahead and unplug because this phone is about to go dead. That's at 13%. This is still charging, and that is charging. I already knew this phone is like one of my favorite phones. iPhone 15 Plus is always gonna kick it. But yeah, we were streaming live on everything, man. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I appreciate all of y'all for coming through. Yeah, I appreciate all of y'all for coming through and liking the stream, commenting, man. Even though I didn't get a chance to engage with y'all too much today. Nevertheless, man, I still appreciate y'all, you know what I mean? We still got some work done, and I hope and I pray that y'all were able to get something out of it as well. You know, I honestly prefer people to work out. I always say work out with me because that's what it's all about, man. Kickstarting stuff, and it's like I don't know how to explain that, but I want it to be somewhat like something that you catch. You know what I mean? Like you got that workout fever, and it spreads like wildfire. And you see what I'm doing. You encourage other people to, well, you start doing it, and then you encourage other people to join you. And before you know it, we got a whole community of people working out, exercising, getting better, feeling better. And I tell y'all, man, working out is not just about the physical, but it's everything else that it entails. It helps you mentally, emotionally. I'm telling you, ask anybody that has been doing this thing consistently for, you know, a few months or a few years or whatever. They'll tell you, man, this has honestly, from what I heard, has cured depression, anxiety, all of the above. Appreciate you, Ivy. I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. And Big Dog, I'm gonna check out your stuff, man. Appreciate you for commenting and considering me to be somebody on your podcast, man. To say it's an honor, all right, for people to reach out and wanna work with me. So I'm gonna do your stuff, and then I'll check out your channel, and then I'll hit you up whenever I do that. Again, appreciate you again, man. Y'all be easy. All right, so good thing we did go live on IG. It says share this real. Now you gotta share my video. Just done. Honestly, mine after these videos are posted, I don't mind, you know, deleting mine. For the most part. And you got some people that go back and watch them. I mean, I do. I prefer to go back and watch my own content. There's that. We get a certain hat on. I ain't gonna lie, I do not want to walk with my shirt soaked. Hold on. Ah, that's nasty. Ew. Oh, man. Now, keep in mind, I love to sweat, right? I love to sweat, but what I don't like is this stuff to touch my body when it's wet and I'm drying off or I'm drying off. I don't like it. My nose. Need to clean. Ow. Oh my goodness. Man, oh man, thank you. All right, we're going swimming. People going swimming today, okay? We might have to get out here and get a little swim on. I'm definitely not against that. Definitely not against getting a little swim. A little swim in. That might be on the books for later. That might be on the books for later, my friends. Hit the pool. What y'all think? Pool? Pool it is. Sold. Y'all got me. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in the trash. We don't definitely don't need this anymore. I need to grab some more water. And I tell you, my household drinks so much water, it's crazy, bro. And I love it. And nothing makes me happier than having to go to the store and pick up more cases of water because we done drunk those gallons down, man. We put something good in our bodies. Alright. Go ahead and throw this on. Oh, man. Okay, we might go, I'm gonna check the weather. You know, the weather won't be 100% accurate. But yeah, man, y'all know it's always a pleasure to link up, talk to y'all, man, while we get these workouts and stuff in, man. I am extremely thankful, extremely blessed, and I don't take any of this stuff for granted. You know what I mean? Like, every opportunity that we get to be on these platforms and spread any level of positivity, any type of motivation or whatever, man, I don't take this stuff lightly. Yeah, man, it's a blessing to be where I'm at. And we're gonna keep going no matter what, you know what I mean? Even though we got, almost 2,000 likes on this platform, we got, I don't know, man, so many comments and stuff on this and, you know, comments on the other live that we just ended. I appreciate everything. You know what I mean? I soak everything up. And also I'm gonna put this out there that I'm gonna do it regardless. Regardless if anybody tunes in, regardless if anybody comments, likes, or whatever. So I don't care if that thing says 0. We're gonna get on here, and these cameras are just another reason for me to keep going, because it's me holding myself accountable. And I think that's probably like one of the best ways to keep up with what you got going on. It's just knowing that any moment, people can come in and they can watch your live stream. That's gonna hold you accountable. That's gonna keep you going. Trust me. It's like, yo, you never know. Me, I'm a little different. I just ignore the camera most of the time. When I'm getting lost in my workout, getting lost in the sauce, getting lost in the music or whatever, I tune the entire world out, and you know, it's just me, music, or you know, just me, God, or if I'm on the phone, just me and the person I'm having a conversation with, and just letting things flow, man. Live in the moment, enjoy every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every week, every month, every year, every decade that you get on this earth. Every moment is precious, man. And so I'm going to continue to live my life to the fullest. I'm going to continue to enjoy and be thankful for everything that I have. And I think that it's important that you guys do the same. All right? Until the next time, man. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be beautiful. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. We will be going live later on. Well, we might be going live a little bit later on. I gotta finish my workout. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to run. Everything in my body was saying, run, KD, run. We're jogging, let's go. Your mindset is just gold right now. Lifting weights is cool, but just jogging that's just my love. It's not a certain pace or anything like that, it's just enjoying myself. Anyway, y'all be easy, man. Be easy, you TikTok first. Peace. And we at 10% on TikTok too. Let's go. All right, we got a new follower. That's what's up, right? You got 2 rewards. That's what's up. And learn age requirements. I don't know. Shouldn't nobody be on my page that's young anyway. What we got going on? You know what I mean? Like, dang, somebody was watching for a little minute. My boy Thomas Kennedy was stopped through and showed love, man. My boy TK, bro. Yo, that was my dog, y'all. That was my mother-loving dog. You hear me? I'm kind of mad though. TK ain't say nothing the entire time. Hey, say something when you get on here, bro. What we doing? Yes. Anyway, YouTube, y'all are next. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate you guys so much. What the heck is going on? Come on, man. Really? All right. Anyway, appreciate my bad, y'all. We're just looking at one of the comments they got blocked. Can we please be respectful? Stop being so nasty. You know what I mean? That stuff is not flattering to me. Maybe to some guys, but I don't like it. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live right here, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until the next time, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.